Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Meta, ladies and gentlemen, meta for the win. Hit that thumbs up as you're tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. There we go. Subscribe to the channel. I'm all over the place, guys. Meta earnings today. This stock is now up $100 a share versus those lows at 88. Absolutely incredible, man. We're in this small cap world, and it's like we cannot ignore what's happening in the large caps. It's just as good. It's different, but it's just as good, man. And when it comes to those longer term holds and swings, I mean, it is ridiculous what these companies are capable of doing. The amount of wealth and money that's just passing through, the amount of money, they say 1/3 of the world's wealth passes through the markets every day. So there's opportunity, and it is endless. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the small cap world. Let's talk a little bit about BGXX. This was a strong stock. This was a powerful stock. Relentless is only up 10 bucks, not good. My biggest issue today with this one was patience. I was not willing to sit around and wait for the opportunities. Initially it starts off with this red to green. It's not as good. It does reject. But once we finally break these highs, you can see it came over here, double tops, and then we finally go. So, it's a bit of an ABCD over here. And it finally pulls away. You cup and handle, if you want to say, right? Cup right here, and then the handle, and we take off. Yeah, but I was not patient. Break of 116 is going to come. It pushes to 125, 129, and then a high of 135. These are the areas where I'm usually doing the best. The incline, it rips, it rips, it rips. That's where I'm attacking. Beautiful bottoming wick here, bear trap, and continues. It pulls back. It holds up here around 26. Low was around 21. So this is another entry point here. 1 minute candle makes the new high again. A little bit more incline, a little bit choppy because of that doji in there, but still pushes up nicely. And we go from 35 up to 54. Pulls back. Where does it pull back? Pulls back into previous high of day, right at 35. This is a buying opportunity. And look at how powerful this red to green is. Absolutely insane. It pulls back again. Another bottoming wick where 35, which was previous high of day. And you guys know the third one is where I don't usually try, but 1 and then 2, I wouldn't mind. The third one breaks down. But if I'm paying attention and I'm patient, I probably wouldn't have took the dip. But once it got back here to about 146 coming across over here, more than likely I'm back involved. And again, the incline areas, and this was the biggest incline, is where I'm usually doing the best. These candles like this, it is possible to get back some profits, even this topping wick here, but still, throughout such an incredible move, more than likely I'm going to be more green than red. And where was this trend? 170 was a level from somewhere that I had marked out. So going back to this red day on September of last year, we had a low of 151, high of 240, but it seems like I had an intraday level at 170 because this trend line was there since earlier, right? Going back to that day. So this is interesting. Usually I don't watch at intraday trend lines, right? It's funny. I don't usually watch at intraday trend lines. I usually map out the high and low of the candle and I put it in blue. But coincidentally, it seems like 170 was an area, right? I mean, I guess I had it, more than likely my guess is that it was a pre-market high or something that I had mapped out, right? Some sort of resistance or support from back on this day. But I mean, look at how many times it does come down here. 1, 2. Again, you guys know the third time I don't really like, but 3, then 4, 5, 6. It breaks, it crawls back up. 7, and it finally gives out. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Even here, it looks like it might have crawled back up, right? Green. We get a couple more green candles here. It's right back over, but it gave out, and then that was the end of the move. We're on the backside. And maybe it trends lower here after hours. But yeah, BGXX was a really good one. I just needed to be patient, and I needed to be, disciplined towards just watching for the A quality setups. MGAM, a lot of you guys did well on this one. I thought it was difficult. Granted, I believe I did miss the first 3 candles, or first 2 candles, show trades. Yeah, yep. You see, so I'm just all in the wrong place, and that happens from time to time. So I'm in at 14.15, out at 14.12, attempting a 1 minute candle to make a new high, but right at VWAP, so coming into a little bit of resistance, not the best trade. And then over 15, the same trade I'm looking for. You see this big green candle right here? I'm looking for this same candle here to push. If this candle gives this move, I'm green on this stock. Pretty good. But I get chopped out, and then you see I'm back in at 36. What it means is that I'm looking at something else and I'm missing the entry, then I'm coming late, I'm buying it higher, stopping out for a loss. So, it's disappointing. Disappointing to miss this breakout here, to miss that breakout, to miss this move up. It sucks. It sucks. We had the 200 EMA right there, VWAP right there, but it still pushed over. And we ultimately got to highs of 468. It came down hard though. It came down hard and got to the backside pretty early. MGAM, trading is so, it comes down to the milliseconds, the fine line. Simply trading it earlier, I probably would have given myself a cushion, watching this area a little bit more closely. It's the fine line, instead of being down 170, I could easily have been up 300, 400, 500. And it's a whole different story on this stock. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys are up a good amount on this thing, right? So EBET, there's one trade in particular I want to show you guys on this stock. So hold on, let me switch screens here. All right, guys. So EBET, right hand side of the screen. Here we go. So we're attempting break of 2. I'm trying to buy a little bit of a pullback there, not quite seeing it. So I'm going to wait for a bigger dip. There's 88. I'm going to take it. Pay attention here to that buyer that comes up. 226,000 shares. This is a place where I could try to just max out size 15, 20,000. Well, let's not even say max, but try to get to 15, 20,000 size. But there's always a risk of a big buyer like that. We don't know if this order is real. So the first thing I do see some green. I'm like, okay, I'll add to it, but notice that the spreads here are huge. In fact, I want to see this fill. I'm adding there between 92 and 95. Let's see where the fill ended up landing for that trade. This one, let's see. I believe I did share this one in Discord and general chat. 93. Okay, not awful. Not awful. All right. So I'm in there. I added. If we can come down to this buyer and test and see that it's a real order, I can be more aggressive. But not looking to be that aggressive. Trying to give it a chance here to open up a little bit over 2, as I think we're seeing a nice bottoming wick, bear, and bear trap. I sell half. I see a 30,000 share buyer. I add back immediately. And I'm now watching for that bigger move. But we come down here and we start to fill shares. So I'm like, nope, I'm going to get out. And you can see it's down to 18,000 shares to buyer. I got in expecting an immediate move through 2. It didn't quite happen, but I still like it. I still think we're resolving, being that the buyer's still holding. I'm back in. And now can we see a push through 2? There's 202. I'm out and I'm in. And I'm looking for follow through, but it's not quite opening up. I want to see 210, 215. So I'm actively scalping it here, churning some shares along the way, but looking for that bigger opportunity. It's going to pull back here. There's 92, 93. I should have already been long. Well, I'm going to take 93 right there. Okay, not awful. 92 rather. Can we see the retest of 2? My stop right here, pretty tight. 88, risking 4 cents, 5 cents. Can we see a move back through 2? There's 99. I'm selling a little early. Decent trade there. And that was the second time we came down. So if it comes down the third time, I don't really quite like it. I'll be careful around 90 again if it comes down. There's 2. Can we see 210, 215? So I'm going to attempt to trade here, I believe. 96. I'm back in. Can we see the push through 210? More selling pressure, and it comes down to 92. That's the third time. I don't like it, so I'm staying away. If I buy it there, I'm being very, 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 very aggressive. 92, 92, 92, 90. It breaks down. There's 85. I take 85. Quick bounce to 90. I'm selling 89. Not a bad trade there. I'm back in at 90s. It seems to be holding. I'm selling 94, 95. I'm not sure if I'm getting filled on the bid or the ask here, but hoping at least a midpoint in between. I'm back in 94. It's pushing. Can we see break of two? Can we see break of two? I'm trying to give it a chance here. It's not going, so I'm back out. And then I'm back in because now it's actually going, right? So that hesitation in the stock, a lot of the times I'll be back. It just depends. You know, I'm going with the flow of the level two, and I'm trying to trade as fast as the level two is updating, so I don't mess up and miss trades, right? Now, some of you guys will be in at 85 and still holding, you know, and that's the other way to do it without being a scalpy. You can be in once, out once for just as much as the gains or even more versus being so scalpy. All right. I'm trying to get that break through 205 and then 210. 210, you know, is what I really want to see here, and then a continued move. So I'm watching it. You know, I'm trying to time that volume spike here. I'm waiting patiently. Where are those bulls? 04, green is coming in. I'm out at 9. I'm back in at 7, and I'm watching for a higher push. There's 11, and I'm trying to give it a chance to open up. I'm holding it. There's 12. Okay, it's struggling at 12. I'll sell. It's not quite pushing, and watch this right here. Watch this. It drops to 4. I do not buy this. I don't know what happened to my reaction right there. It drops to 4. I do not buy, and now I start to feel like, uh-oh, I'm in high. I bought it high. I bought it late. Why was I so slow? I fell asleep. And now I start to feel uncomfortable in this trade, and I don't even give it a chance. You know, you guys will see again in some of the other entries. I'm holding us, you know, a little bit more just to see if we can break out. If it's not going, then I'll sell. Right? It's a small subtlety. This one I'm in high, so I'm like, no. And look at this. It goes to 6 and 7. I don't take it. I missed the move. I mean, you know, it sucks to traded it so well. I traded it so well from that, you know, the last like 2-3 candles before this pullback here. I traded it so well. Only on the very last trade of the sequence, where I should have been in at 05, 06, and feeling comfortable to try again for the break of 12. I'm in high, I'm uncomfortable. It gets back to 12, and it's like a hot knife going through butter. This is the breakout I was looking for all along, you know, and which is why some people just prefer to hold longer. Oh man. And tell you, man. 12, 16, you know, whether I would have been out, if I'm in at 6 or 5, whether I would have been out at 17, 25, or 35, it would have depended simply on how long I would have been willing to hold. Count the seconds here, right? 12, where is it? 1, 2, 3. You know, at 3 seconds at most, we're hitting a high of 35 and then 39. So I would have made anywhere from 10 cents to potentially 30 cents, right? Depending on if I would have sold a second over the level, 2 seconds or 3 seconds. It just sucks to know that, you know, on the last sequence where I needed to just buy at 205, somehow I just bought so late, so slow. It's not even the broker, it's just my reaction time just went to the depths. And the best trade of the stock I'm gonna miss. Just come on, man. The best breakout trade gone. And then the resumption, you know, it was not a good resumption. I don't really do much there. Just so tragic, so tragic. But yeah, guys, you know, that was the day. Hope you did enjoy the recap. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you're a new viewer. Consider subscribing. Check out those links down below. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. sharp. It's been RT, and I am, of course, signing out.